Just making a new video just for the hell of it. Boy, that Costa Yoga, what a retard she turned out to be. And to think I was somewhat intimidated by her in the beginning. But she's the same alien as Cole Courtner, and they both have bad brains. So it's kind of like to be expected. So anyway, here's the white trash test. You know if you're white trash, like Cole Courtner and Empress Shah, if you pronounce the word jail. Once again, the word, people, is jail as gel. If you say gel instead of jail, you are white trash. And I've never known anyone to be an exception to that. Everyone I've ever known that says the word jail as gel always turned out to have a bad brain, and they were trash. Karen, Cappy41, this better not be your fucking ass texting me while I'm making a video. Okay, you're lucky it wasn't. Fucking stupid dog. Anyway, so Saturnians, the black box. When you're having a good time, it feels like 5 seconds, right? When you have a shit time, it feels like a lifetime. That's the secret to the black box. Katy Perry, Kitty Purry, Cat Eye Purry. She is Aganon. She's opening a gate for her god Polygon. Her music is nothing but negative psi music. It's always, she's Mrs. Anti-Responsibility. She's Mrs. White Trash. Her music is there to make white trash out of you. Her music is always there to insult you. It's always, you're so gay and you don't even like boys, and her music is always, oh, the city towed my car, I did something irresponsible and I paid for it, and photos of last night wound up online, and when I'm with him, I'm thinking of you. And her music is all negativity. It's just white trash stuff. And I really don't like her because I know exactly what she's doing and what she's up to and who she is. And yeah, I really don't. Her and Taylor Swift are like two evils, because Taylor Swift music is designed to target an audience and not to entertain an audience. It's there to be that plain, wholesome crap that... Nobody writes a song like Piano Man anymore with melody. They just write all this voodoo shit. That's all it is these days, is just voodoo, which is why you take Kava Kava to reverse that. Speaking of melody, my future wife, Melanie, I see her turning on me. I've been seeing visions of where she turns on me. She will turn on me eventually. She'll stop respecting me. And she gets fat, because I see her getting fat the same way Britney Spears got fat, by retaining water in the calves. And yeah, she becomes an eating machine in the future. I was about to... There's a Mason on my YouTube named Alt Kendall, who's apparently the writer of my comedy show. And I was just about to send him an email saying, will I really translate to television? And you know why I didn't send that? Because, of course, I translate to television. All I have to do is make me high frequency, and I can be as charming as anyone else on this entire planet. All you have to do is make me high frequency, and I am God. For those of you that don't know, I really am God, because not everyone is a god. On this planet there's really only like 3 gods. Me, the Queen of England, and Draco. And the reason why I am God is because, you know how Gilbert always says, well, if you're a god, then manifest me a planet? Well, I kind of already did that when you think about it. I mean, all of you are here in hell because of me. All of you are here because of my idea. That is something only a level 1 god could achieve. You can't be any less than that. So anyway, if any of you are wondering, Sarah Adams is a Fae princess, but she is not Lily, the queen of all Fae. If I'm the king of all ascending reptilians, shouldn't there be a queen? And J. Essex, this thought occurred to me the other day. He looks exactly like a Catholic priest. He looks exactly like the parishioner. What's the word for the priest that's in charge of everyone? Or the pastor? Yeah, the pastor. He looks like the pastor of the Catholic Church, Father George, when I was growing up. He looks exactly like a Catholic priest. So does Bashar. And so James Rink and J. Essex are related, right? So doesn't it, like, it's obvious that James Rink has money because he's always wearing those stupid MMA t-shirts that you can only find at stores like Buckle in the mall. So this guy is wearing these stupid MMA t-shirts, a fad that died in 2003. He's wearing these MMA t-shirts, and where the fuck is he getting all this extra spending cash from? Are people really buying those Neo cubes? Why does he look like Steve from Blue's Clues? Why does he have those stupid, like, puppy dog eyes? And J. Essex was wrong, because J. Essex was like, it's like, he was commenting on reptilians not wanting to remove the aggression from their DNA. Look what happened to James Rink. You turned him into a retard by removing his reptilian DNA. He always asks stupid questions. He's got that, like, far away puppy dog look in his eyes, and he just seems kind of like empty-headed. So yeah, you really don't want to remove the reptilian DNA, because otherwise you wind up with a James Rink, a James Rinky Dink. You know, the wordplay never lies. Like J. Essex, if you look at the flag of Essex, England, it's a scimitar, which is commonly associated with the Moors and Freemasonry, and subjugating the Moabite woman. So anyway, I have various astral wounds. My right foot feels like I walked double the patrols than my left foot, and my right hip feels like it needs to be replaced, and my top lip is busted and very dry. And it's because I had been cloned, and there's only one clone at a time that fights on the astral plane. The rest of my clones are suspended in live animation, and yeah, I totally have a busted lip. My right hip feels like it needs to be replaced, and I feel like I have the gout in my right foot. And I think I'm going to take off this week from the gym to heal these superficial injuries. Speaking of the gym, there is this one woman who is a female Pleiadian, and she is a beast. She is like 200 pounds, 6'2", and she has like a beautiful face that has no wrinkles on it whatsoever, and she is a beast. I think she's straight, but she's just a beast. She's like huge. I don't think she's on steroids. I just think she's on like creatine and, you know, eating every 2 hours. And I think she's a foreshadowing type of thing, because I made a video where I talked caca about the female Pleiadians, and sure enough, here's one that shows up, and she's a huge beast. Now, she's pretty, but she's a beast. And I think she's kind of weak because she gets gassed out real quick because, you know, all that muscle needs oxygen. She's probably not as hydrated as she should be, so she like gasses out real quick. You know, I find people like that pathetic, because everyone that is like a mesomorph like skips the cardio. If you don't have the cardio, you don't have any vitality, you don't have any fight, you don't have any killer in you. That's why I'm the best. That's why I was cloned. Because there's muscle for a show, and then there's muscle for the go, or the goo. I want to gain carnal knowledge of my fifth dimensional mama. A guy by the last name of Ross is saying that he's remote viewed Essex going into a Masonic Lodge. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, because Essex has too much confidence to be a non-Mason. He's too good to be a non-Mason. Because he already has been told. He already has had a sit down, and he has been told not to say the word Neanderthal. He's been told to say the word Sasquatch. So he's already been briefed. Kimberly Bunch told me that I have blocks in my aura that prevent me from retrieving more. And she said that I wouldn't be allowed to retrieve much because of what I can report. Now, Essex can retrieve anything he wants to, because he can go back in time and view it. So he can report on anything he wants to. But I seem to be so far ahead of him in so many ways, i.e. the ability to say Neanderthal and not Sasquatch. So it couldn't be any more obvious who he really is. And during the Barry Newkirk interview, Barry Newkirk is doing Morse code with his hands the entire time. I am God. And that's why, once again, I'm not the one because I'm the one. I'm the one because I'm the only one. And what I mean by that is, you could have made videos that say what I just said, but I beat you to the punch. So in other words, I'm not the one because I'm that talented or that good. I'm the one because I beat you to the punch because you're a fucking crack baby.